or an administrative complaint with the appropriate government agency, and the complaint shall be verified and supported with affidavits and other evidence. Now, how will the council go about vetting this information? This was raised a while ago by BIR, right? So, how does the council plan to go about vetting all the complaints that will be filed, especially from the citizen suit in the private sector? Maybe we could hear from DOJ first, from the special team of prosecutors, sir.
Thank you for that question, ma'am. Again, before the effectivity of this law, there was already an existing team of special prosecutors uh, handling agri-smuggling cases. So when we asked them yesterday as to any additional information that they would want to share to us, in terms of discussing collaboration between and among government agencies and the other stakeholders, they stressed that they are operating based on the same rules of engagement and structure as it was in that special team of prosecutors. But again, what is more important insofar as prosecutors are concerned are the two policy reforms that we initially mentioned. The collaboration, more active collaboration between them and the endorsing law enforcers to ensure that only quality cases will reach the courts, and should we say in an ordinary parlance, the hard to get attitude now of the prosecutors. Instead of us being just triggered by probability, we now want to have that certainty, reasonable certainty of conviction. And for purposes of vetting, as you asked, ma'am, guided by those two principles or policies, we we are more confident to say now that the cases that will henceforth be initiated by the prosecutors will in all likelihood lead to higher rate of conviction for purposes of prosecuting uh, agri-smuggling. Thank you.
Thank you, attorney. Now let's also acknowledge the presence of our Robert Patrimonio. And sir, would you like to deliver your opening statement for us first before we proceed with our panel discussion?
Thank you so much, and thank you for having us here and always considering the Coast Guard as your partner in this endeavor. So we in the Coast Guard fully supports the drive of the government to stop smuggling of illegal agricultural products, not only uh, from locally but also those coming from abroad. So we have strengthened our forces, particularly our canine units. We have trained working dogs to perform sn- uh, sniffing operations for onions, for agricultural products that are kept inside container vans, and we have been very successful in assisting the Bureau of Customs in thwarting this kind of unscrupulous activities by some of our personalities in this country. So from 2022 to the present, we have a total of 1.5 billion approximately apprehended agricultural and meat products, and we do continue to support all endeavors, not only of the Bureau of Department of Agriculture, but also of that of the Bureau of Customs. So, and we are grateful for our colleagues here. My good friend General Ubinke from the Philippine National Police, a very kind officer and a gentleman, for all the assistance also they have extended to us in our operations. So thank you so much for again having us here.
Thank you, Commander. All right, so let's go back to our discussion. Let's go back to section 21. That's about the private sector and the citizen suit. So, BIR, I think, has a couple of concerns. Attorney Mondragon, would you like to ask a question to DOJ?
All right, sir. Sir, Pascasio. You mentioned a while ago, sir, about the new quantum of evidence of the DOJ. So it's pretty relevant for citizen suit, especially when any person can just file a complaint with the DOJ. So in layman's terms, sir, can you please clarify what reasonable certainty of conviction means?
Thank you, ma'am, for that question because that aspect also needs stressing or enlightenment. In another forum where our USEC, Andres, our oversight USEC for law enforcement, clarified to even laymen, especially when he was delivering his speech before law students of San Beda. He simplified the shift from probable cause, again, as mentioned, ranging between 3 to 5 in that range of score of 10 up to 10. Pag naka 3 or hanggang 5 daw, pwede na mag-file ng kaso. But ngayon po, kailangan na namin ng up to 7. Not really up to 10 because the requirement of supplying up to that range of 10 is for the courts to perform, for them to convict in criminal cases. Up to level 7 of that range of 1 to 10. So, in simplistic illustration po, kung dati ay pwede na ang papachi-paching ebidensya at haka-haka para magsimula na ng criminal case. Ngayon po ay tutulungan namin, meaning hindi lang kami po hard to please now or hard to please as prosecutors. We are also tasked to collaborate with the endorsing law enforcers. So, for purposes of agri-smuggling, kung ito po ay in-endorse sa amin ng NBI or ng DA or ng BOC, kaagad-agad po, within 10 days, we have to give feedback to the endorsing law enforcer and mention to them our initial assessment. Ito ba ay sapat na or may kulang pa? The basic question is, if suggested to be charged under a particular penal law, a particular crime or offense or felony has set of elements, and those elements should be present, at least in the perception or appreciation of the handling prosecutor. So, dapat po lahat ng elementong yon ay nasa table na or naibigay na sa kanya. Pag kulang pa po, dati po, i-dismiss na namin ang kaso. Para kaming mga korte na para bang, okay, insufficient yung evidence ninyo, dismiss na lang namin yung kaso. This results in parang lessening of the morale of the law enforcers who toiled in the operations. Para bang, ba't hindi na lang sinabi sa amin, ito lang palang kulang. And another matter to be shared po, again, since we are discussing policy reforms, during meaning under the past leadership of the DOJ, we require, at maalala po ito ng BOC at ng BIR, that before you file economic crime-related cases, there's a certain number of pages or copies that you have to produce, 7 or 8, 15. And short of that number is enough reason for the DOJ or the prosecutors to dismiss those cases. Nakita po ng Secretary of Justice natin yan at sinabing, that is just a formal requirement. And just dismissing the case because of that insufficiency of required or preferred number of copies when filed in court is premature, to say the least. If not really just so flimsy reason. So, henceforth po, and again, this was covered by another department circular, we no longer require that multiple copies of a particular case coming from the BOC or the BIR. And just to mention na rin po, since kwentuhan naman po ito about our own efforts, ma'am, before po you were in ANC, now in napapanood ko po kayo. And News Now not only cover yung mga oil spill as ordinary catastrophic act of God incidents. For the DOJ, and as mentioned specifically by the Justice Secretary, we consider every oil spill incident as a crime or a possible crime scene because of potential oil smuggling. Di ba po yung mga paihi? Not only once, siguro po at least 3 meetings were held in the DOJ calling all related and allied departments to tackle surrounding questions regarding not only the Mindoro but also the most recent oil spills. Not only to answer questions about how did this happen, how to prevent it, but also if whether there were crimes committed while these oil spills happened. Hindi man po kami direktang ang ebidensya man po hindi direktang nagtuturo sa oil smuggling, pero sorry, wala pong marina po dito, but merong iba po yung umabot sa pag-file ng mga administrative cases because they allowed vessels to move without appropriate licenses. Lahat pong ito ay indications of smuggling. Iba lang po yung pinag-uusapan natin ngayon, agree, but smuggling per se po, we are looking into it not only as mentioned in oil spill, just an oil spill, but also a potential crime scene. So, on the part of the DOJ, and again, ma'am, from Attorney Mondragon, thank you for that question. Maganda pong napag-uusapan kasi very technical, pero magandang nabubukas po ang isip natin at tumalawak po ang ating kaalaman kasi ultimately kayo po ang makikinabang dito. The cases that you've from the law enforcers, lahat po ng pinaghirapan ninyong mga kaso, pag ito po ay pinackage at final sa DOJ, makakaasa po kayong hindi po siya kaagad i-dismiss dahil lang kulang ang number of copies. Kung hindi